Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I go by the name of Patience Virgo. It's a Patience Virgo on all my social media accounts. Please make sure that you are following me there. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. You watch at Betsy. There's a thank you button. Everything in J guys, okay? Because of Gumnandi like hi, okay? So I don't want to waste anyone's time or anything. We also the title. We're doing a quick review and recap of last night's episode of Isencane Lengane, and yeah, I think I have a few pointers to say, or let's get straight into it, okay? In the beginning of the episode, we did get to see Sasuga basically Utando is still fixed on the matter of she still wants a DNA from her father, and a big part of me feels like it's influencing her written all over it, okay? The full episode wasn't mostly focused on Usiagela Notando. It was mostly focused on a sit down which the elders, meaning that abagabo Tando, aboshezi, and everyone had a sit down with Tando, okay? I'll get into that in a moment, okay? But when we started the episode, we did see Utando having a sit down with Usiagela, whereby she was basically on a call non-stop trying to get a hold of Ubabake because she feels that she wants to set a appointment with her father to get a DNA test. She's been saying this since in July season. She wants a DNA test. She wants a DNA test. My thing was maybe it's because of she wants to make sure this is actually her father. Although I think by now we can tell to Babake, but it is what it is. Okay, I thought it was mainly because of she said it's a matter of a treatment how her father has been towards her, so she feels like he does not treat her as her own child, right? I thought it had to do with that. But then on this episode we learned that she is saying that even if the DNA tests do come out and say that her father is actually her father, she just wants to make sure when she chooses to walk away and it will because of she know for a fact I chose to walk away from my father, who is actually my father. And I'm like, it does not make sense, but it can make sense, I guess, because of if you're someone who wants to cut someone off, literally cut them off. And at the end of the day, I don't think she can say Wutin is because of the father is ill-treating her to such an extent that she chooses to cut off her own father. I don't think her father is as worst as this monster, I would say, that she lives in, which is Usiagela. Because of all the people that Tando has been claiming with mistreated, I would think by now Usiagela is the worst of them all. But what do I know? Love is blind. So she is adamant on the fact that she's basically wanting to cut off Ubabake. She wants nothing to do no Babake. But she's going about it in a dramatic way. I think ufuna DNA test. In between it screams like ufuna tension yako, but angifuni, but ngiyayifuna type of vibes. I don't know if that's making sense, okay? So of course she kept on calling the father, baba kona angafoni. The next thing they decided to guti but Zame, the uncle or somebody, the brother of Ubabake, who was in a church service. For that call, and I felt like she was rude because of she couldn't get a hold of Ubabake, so they decided to call the brother or somebody. When that brother uncle answered the call, she straight up went to like Utemkosu corner. I'm told Utemkos, and then the brother was like, I'm at church, Mina. I can't get a hold of Utemkos. I call and I'm Kuluma, but and she straight up dropped the call, and I was like, that was so rude and unnecessary because of when you talk to someone, you do say Utin Kamalam, it's patience, Funa so and so, I get sharp, but it gave me some. She has picked up my tendencies, and yeah, I guess for too long now, okay? So that was part of the first beginning of the episode. Eventually, they did get a hold of Ubabaga Tando, of which she did say that I just want to go and do a DNA test in our Sasa. And then you could tell from Ubabaga Tando when he had that, it was a shocker to him. It was a shocker to him. In a way, he felt kind of like insulted. And yeah, I also kind of like, it ranked that way, even from the first time when Tando said it to her own mother that she wants to do DNA no Babake, I saw even the response it was kind of like as in, I'm not gonna say anything, do what you must, but you could see she felt like this is unnecessary and offended. So even Baba Tando couldn't understand, but he kept his cool and was like, you know what, it's okay, we'll give you a DNA test. And then Tando is like, I just want to make sure that if you are my father, I cut you off, knowing very well that I did cut off my own father. So she's still adamant on the fact that she wants to cut off Ubaba Kon. Yeah. That was the first part, okay, which was the only part where we saw Usiagela no Thando, okay. The rest of the episode, when I tell you that part Usiagela no Thando was literally 5 minutes of that 30 minutes episode. The rest of it 25 minutes. It was a whole sit down, okay. I don't know where they were, but it was a whole sit down where we saw its family Gabuska Shezi, Gabo Thando, no Mama Thando. Everybody was sitting there, and it was so nice waiting for the first time we actually saw all families from all sides, and no one was bickering or going back and forth with anyone. The main focus of the meeting was that they wanted to sit down and have a talk. Remember, on the last episode, we did see Baba Thando finally did, Ahlawulumtana, Patale and stuff. So that is sorted. So now he is now allowed, I don't know if that's the right word, to now be involved when the family Gabo Thando and everyone wants to have talks up regarding Uthando. He is now in a position whereby Naye and his family, meaning Ubaba Thando, because he is now someone who is now able to have his own input, be involved in my meeting when they discuss Uthando. Because of before and stuff, the main focus was always on there. We will talk other things regarding Uthando now as until then we are as good as we will just inform you if we feel like it, but we can't discuss anything now. But now it's good to see him. That part is over, so he is now involved. So when they got to the meeting, okay, the first thing that was addressed between Ugogo, remember Mama Thando, the last time she had a fight, Siakela, when Siakela was calling her names, what Mama Thando did mention that I'm not the one who wabula lunyogo, meaning that I'm not the one who wabulala umama. So it kind of like rubbed off some people in. Why would you say that to someone, especially knowing that Mama Sayakela did not die in ngendlela right, and even if they are showing ngendlela right, you do not say such things to someone. But Mama Thando did say that she was angry because of Usayakela was calling her names, but she did apologize to Gogo to say, I'm sorry I said that to but Ugogo was also like, I forgive you, I understand Usayakela also called you names. So it was good to when the meeting started, that part was out of the way, okay. So the other thing that was now mentioned, of which I felt like it was the importance of everything, but although Ubaba Thando feels like Uthando and then Meleje Ayoka busy Uthando, of which I'm not gonna say I highly believe that, but everyone was having a sit down to say, one, Thando needs to go back to school, we need to make sure we get her out. Everyone is in agreement that marriage is unhealthy, it is toxic, it is abusive. So that's the one thing all of them agree on and share in common. It's no secret, Thando is not in a good place, and you can tell, man, even if you're not someone who was in a abusive relationship, when you come across such things, sometimes a person who's in a space in Isencane, especially like Uthando, they kind of after his cut, tend to cut off everybody else and feel like to say business in here because of Usayakela is isolating her so much to the point whereby she does not see any life or world outside of Usayakela. Everything Thando Sayakela, to a point whereby phone yatatiwa, her whereabouts are monitored. Sayakela is able to touch Thando ekaya yena hamba and live about his life and come back to Thando uhlelo, okay. But then the one thing that they all wanted to do was that, we need to reach out to Thando, have a talk with her, sit down now and try to fight for her. Although some were saying we've been talking Thando, but nothing has been working. She'll listen to you, and then it's like sonke beskhuluma umbedo. But the one thing I loved about this episode is that although Mama Thando was one of the people who were like, me count me out when it has to do with anything. So Thando Pansi, Thando's mother is like hard for. She's like, I've been talking to this child, there's nothing I haven't told her. as in like yonke lento lenzakala iyangikhathaza, and I have washed my hands like ngikhathele, like umama kaThando is literally there. Imagine your own mother must figure like to ukhathele khona, of which I kind of understand, but same time I also understand why some people felt like, you know what, awazi ukuthi umlahlele izandla umntana akho at the end of the day. So I don't think sibeka to amlahlela, it's just a frustration talking, because if you've spoken to umuntu one for so many times ufika la ukhathala khona. But unfortunately the thing about being umzali is that umsebenzi wakho awupheli. Awupheli, you don't get to have a, you know what, ngiyaphuma ku, because of even if uyaphuma kuyo umntana still uphinda kuzo wena ubuhlungu even more, I understand. So they did talk no mama Thando, say, you know what, we need to have a sit down with Thando and fight for her. The other important thing that they raised is that she needs to go back to school, of which I feel it's something that she highly needs. Okay, she highly needs that, because Sakela strikes me as with that type of guy or routine. In the long run nje uzoshiya uThando lapha ekhaya mkhamisise, already he's already bringing abo mamncane and stuff. Kuzofika la amshiya khona ahlale eDurban full time, and uThando impilo yobe imini, because at some point Thando was, man, you could see the passion in her in between, although she is dealing with this type of person, she still has that drive, I want to do better for myself, nanan. But the man usiyacela has been crushing her kancane. So by now we can see Thando has zero ambition, zero goals, zero everything is here. Usiyacela indoda yami, usiyacela makathi mele ngithi, of which we get it to Montag, but it's so sad when it comes to a point where you're even willing to sacrifice everyone around you, cut off everyone around you, even your own parents, be rude, be mean about it, all in the name of ujabulisa indodoti niyakhulumeza. And we can still see Sekela learned nothing when it came to Lenda Utini. He hits Utan, he still feels Utini, yeah, he made a mistake, he go wrong, whatever, but nje umuntu makarong yena mele amlungise, of which I'm like, who made him God? But it is what it is, okay? But the full focus of this episode is that everyone had a sit down, everyone is so concerned with him. We need to talk with Nothando, we need to keep her lapha endaweni leya, we need for her to at least as a like her zohlala nogogo. In that way at least isiyacela can keep on coming, amvakashele ahambe, maybe ingqondo izohlazuluka i-cleanse, okay? Although ubaba kaThando yena feels like ukuthi usiyacela udlise uThando mele bahambe bayomgabhisa. Okay, like I said, I don't think it has anything to do with Lesiji. So it's one of those routine when you're dealing with an abuser, that's how you act, guys. You can't see beyond reasoning, except that the person that is abusing you is the one that is making sense to you, okay? Because of window dark, because of Yamtanda, everyone else is just making noise lawuyo. But I just hope they continue lessons and bangampheleli inhliziyo, and I feel like she definitely needs to aphume nje lapha hlala khona. She's too boxed, man, guys. She's too boxed, okay? Feel like kumele aphume lapha, I walk around and have other people who athola umsebenzi type of thing. Although I don't think usiyacela uzovuma ukuthi uthanda asebenze, because of uzoba nalento ukuthi so yasebenza so bona amadoda wabuye ngalesikhathi emsebenzini ukuthi ushayisa ngalesikhathi lesi, yabona. But she definitely needs to find her own life, abuye empilweni, okay? As for le ndaba yedini, I don't know izophela kanjani, and the father is like, okay, I'll go ahead with the DNA. I still think ukuthi it is ubabakhe, okay? So my thing is, after DNA, is she literally going to say, I'm cutting off umphumawo, because uzozisola on that part, guys. I don't care what babakhe is as bad as they come naye, but I don't think he's as bad as Usiyacela, guys. He isn't, okay? He isn't. There was some uncle lapha in the meeting. I don't know if I wrote the name. Did I write igama like? I did not write igama like, but he was the one basically when the meeting started who decided to say, you know what, what each other, let us now make the main focus routine, forget the former things, be fixed on in matter at hand, which is fighting for Lengane. Everything else does not matter, okay? He said a lot of pointers like, you know what, uThando melanga lahlelwa izandla, uThando needs to routine anakekelwe, uThando needs routine athole family yonke ikhulume naye. And he was one of the person who was like a good mediator between family yabo baba kaThando and mama kaThando and everyone else. So I felt like he was necessary, because in most cases we always see when there's umama kaThando no baba kaThando, ayikho meeting ehlala ihamba iphele inengqondo, but because of we had this malume who was basically a mediator and someone who set the tone right from the beginning in terms of meeting lemele hambe kanjani, it kind of like set the mood okay, to a point whereby we got to see them all agreeing and talking ngendlela right in terms of uthando. So the full episode, guys, there wasn't much happening to it. It was a matter of they want to bahlalisa uthando of phansi, try to get her back on her feet, abiselwe esikolweni and but umama kaThando is at a point whereby she feels like not only her umama kaThando, even nami everyone else, we feel like mele ahambe nje bahlukane, ayikho le ndaba lena, guys. This thing yabo, it's a matter of one basheshe bashata babancane, of which it's something that was also raised with. They feel like this thing was an arranged marriage from ubaba kaSiyacela ubaba uDlamuka, because of Thando and Siyacela, they never had a let's get to know each other first, learn each other in that way. Maybe Thando would have seen there and then would say this guy is for me or is not for me. Instead of they just straight up went straight into Jolo Fontaine, Chigi Sebashat. I mean, you guys, these people were 16, okay, when they got married. Chigi and already Thando, you are young. Already you're not experienced enough when it comes to Jolo. Already you don't even understand now as a person who think, what do I prefer, what do I not prefer, because of your first relationship was your first marriage, and there's nothing wrong with having a first relationship as your first marriage, but not so quickly and at that age where you still even haven't fully understood or discovered yourself. Who are you, what do you want? I feel like she literally wasted her teen years, her young years on umshado, guys. Already umshado unyisa thina sibadala, you understand what more the kiddies mean. But yeah, that was one of the huge flags that were also raised in the fact that they got married at a young age and it was arranged. No one was told anything. No one. Fast. And now Thando is having to learn the behavior as they go. And then so pagat kind of funda into upagati. It's different from. But uzifaka so wazi ukuthi uzifaka phakathi kwani, so uThando leyangazi uzifaka phakathi kwani wasifaka, and then now she's to learn yonke lento. But I still have hope for her, man, guys, ukuthi buzo khotla butso manu, she'll snap out of it. But that is if we are kishwa lapha, like they're saying, athole ispace akabone umhlaba nentanga zakhe. As for Siyacela, I don't want to touch too much on this guy because of one Tanzaniana and myself, he's a child, but you can tell ukuthi he has that fixed mentality leyo yokuthi mshado, bantwana, mfazi, ngindoda. That's it. I don't never hear him talking about a plan yokuthi ngifuna ukwenza business. So he did say he wanted to do, was it a tuck shop or taxi thing? There's zero ambition there. And he also strikes me as someone who can see potential, because sometimes when we get clips of pickups, Zama diary session there and there, you can see what's there and there, ikanda corner lapha uthando, but litenda ukubaleka nje Siyacela, and he's making sure he's crushing that part. Because uthando uhlakaniphile, man, ukuthi nje share and she just needs to find herself, because uthando is one of those. Even this show, I still keep on saying, if uthando would choose to say, you know what, ngiyaphuma mina kunile show le, there's no Isencane Lengane without uthando, because of Siyacela nje on his own nje le show le ayikho nje. But yeah, guys, I didn't want this video to be too long, okay? Let me know if I missed out on any pointers. This was just a quick summary of what was going on. Let us engage in the comment sections below, guys. Let me know what you thought of the episode. Do thumbs up this video. Don't forget to watch the adverts. Thumbs up, it absolutely helps my channel. Let's communicate below. I'll give you more next week, but for now, like I said, the episode was solely focused on that meeting that they had, that they wanted to talk about uthando, and noguthi they agree with she's being abused, they agree with that marriage is a no, and they agree with she needs to be independent again, she needs to find herself again, she needs ukuthi abuselwe esikolweni. That day isikolo khona, I feel like it's a big start to more. The rest will follow, guys. These things uzohlala esikoleni asibone ontanga bakhe, people will be able to ukuthi babe ambitious ibuye lento le, because like I said, uthando does strike me as someone ohlakaniphile. It's just that she chose to be in the wrong hands of it. Uhleli nomuntu ukuthi uyampress, she doesn't even see her value in her worth anymore. But guys, you can tell and hear ukuthi ikhanda likhona nje lana, man. It's just that she's drunk in love. Haven't we all been? Haven't we all been, guys? But yeah, man, thank you so much for making it towards the end of this video. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment down below. Until next time, it's goodbye from me.